back down here in the shop. It's Friday. I've actually been down here for a little while working. Every time I pick the GoPro up, it'd die. So whenever cold weather happens, it just don't like it. Battery's 100% charged, but it just die. So editing the video that we put out this morning about where we test fitted the car and all that, I realized that I didn't do a really good job of explaining the spring smasher. It just cut off and we went to a whole nother day. So I got in there and got to working on the spring smasher that day and got to the point to where I was putting these plates here together and realized that these two holes right there and those holes were off from down there. Down there's what I needed. These were too narrow. They were 4.5 inches rather than 3.5 inches. So reached back out to Kyle. Kyle said that he wasn't sure what happened. Our math was off, but regardless, he got me took care of, got me 2 plates shipped out, and they came in last night. So we're down here putting this thing together tonight. You can see right here, I've already got the frame, the base of the frame welded up. Got one of the feet in. They're adjustable and they're rubber. So you can level the machine up whenever you get it to wherever it's going. Plus it's rubber, it won't scratch the floor or do anything goofy like that. The trailer, I've noticed some comments of people saying, well, why not leave the fenders or do something like that. I don't want to use loader tires because that's more work than I feel like it's necessary. I've never liked loader tires. I've always strived to have trailers where you don't have to have loader tires. The measurement between the fenders are 89 inches, which is standard. Generally, most late models will fit through 89 inches. They're just tight, and I knew that building it. What I'm thinking I'm going to do, where I messed up on the height of the fenders, I didn't take into account I had drop axles, so I mounted the fenders on the trailer like they're supposed to be mounted with the backing plate. What I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to cut them off and put a 2-inch riser underneath there. It's not going to be, it'll be a little bit of work, but it's not a big deal. So once we get that rose up 2 inches, I'm going to move the fenders out a 1/2 inch. That'll give an inch of clearance on both sides, plus that'll still give an inch, right at 1.5 inches, between 1.5 inches and 1.75 inches of clearance between the backing plate and the sidewall of the tire, which I believe that should be plenty. Got to get this spring smasher built. My plan is to have this thing pretty much ready for electronics tomorrow. I want to have all the welding done, have everything buttoned up to where all I got to do is take Randy's electronics off of his machine, put it on the new machine, and it be pretty much done. So I need to try to hurry up and get that done for him. And we got to start taking this car apart to start getting ready for the 2025 season. We got some maintenance we got to do. We got to fix some things and go through everything, and have to get my shocks sent up to Hunter at Penske and get them going through and make sure everything's okay with them. I know the transmission, we was having some problems with it the last race of the year. Get that sent off, get it sent to Mr. Jack at Brinn, let him check it out and see what's going on with that. We still need to go through the rear end. The last couple of races of the year, the rear seal in the rear end was leaking and it was putting dope in the right rear hub. So we got to split the rear end apart and put a new seal in there. Obviously all your general maintenance as far as your winter maintenance goes, just checking all the heims, nuts, bolts, bearings, going through all the good stuff. So Dallas did say we was going to try to be at Magnolia in March. The World Outlaws are over there, the sprint cars. So,
I did not say that.
So she did tell me the other night we're going to try to be at Magnolia with the sprint cars if they run 604 crates that night. So that maybe that might be our first race of the year for anybody asking.
Say that I want to go see the World Outlaws sprint cars over there. That's what I said. He said, well, let's take our car.
So if they run 604s that night, the World Outlaw sprint cars at Magnolia, I think sometime in March, Dallas said that's going to be our first race of the year. So hold her to that and tell her to hurry up and buy me a motor.
Alright guys, so that's where he's at working on that. Chris is also working on the four-wheeler. So something with the steering was jacked up, so they had to fix that. So four-wheeler is now back in action, back in commission. And Brad is working on getting this fixed up. Mr. Randy. The base is pretty well gonna be on the way today. Just to get that plate moved up. So that's what it looks like, and this is what he's going after. So looks good so far. Alright guys, so Chris has now started on a different project. Yeah. He's working on a four-wheeler. More work. We're listening to the race over there, so you may hear that in the background. Brad's working on these plates. He's fixing to drill those with that Favor magnetic drill. What do you think about that, Ben? Is that a good Christmas gift?
Yeah, pretty awesome.
So I got that for Christmas from my mom. And then this is where we currently are with this still. So I made a little bit more progress. He's got it all buttoned up for the most part so far. Just got to get all the electronics and everything on it. So making progress. It'll take no time to drill all of that. Oh, that thing put some wind off. Alright guys, so this is where we're gonna finish up for tonight. Chris has still got the four-wheeler tore apart. I don't really know what he's working on. Obviously it needs a bearing over there. This is where he's at with the spring smasher, working on getting the jack squared away. You can see that there. He's got everything off of this spring smasher for the most part. Just gonna put it on that one. So that's where we are with everything so far. We've got to run to town and get some bolts and everything, so we'll probably be back out here at some point in the morning. Alright, so this is where we are. He's been working on getting this jack mounted. He's got that mounted, getting everything welded up. Guys, so progress. This is where he currently is. So he got the jack welded on, got it bolted up there, that ready. Working on the base, so he's just putting a little base here so that Randy can have a table to work on, kind of like ours is, or exactly like ours is. Alright guys, so that's going to finish us up for today. So I showed you the latest on it. Got the jack, got the table. He didn't have that bar in there a while ago and just had it all mocked up, but that's where we're at currently. You just got to put the electronics on it and it'll be ready to go to its owner.
Hi guys, so sorry I hadn't done no video, and the cold weather is absolutely killing the camera. Every time I pick it up, it dies. If you hear anything running, it's that. We got that plumbed in now and running, and that thing's working pretty good. So it's only 20 degrees outside, so we've had to do some upgrading to our heat. Anyways, pretty much got the spring smasher done. I can't talk. Got the got the switch rewired and rerouted. Gonna leave it right there for him, so that when he puts some sheet metal on it, all he's got to do is unscrew this, unscrew the switch here, pop it out of that case, drill a hole, pop it back through there, and then pop rivet the case to the sheet metal. That way it'll make it good and flush. He was kind of worried because he said the shocks, the shock mounts and stuff. Hang on a minute. Let me get that buttoned up. That's driving me crazy. So anyways, went to put the readout scale here on this. And this only goes to 24 inches, so it's too short. I sent him the link to the same one like I got that's 32 inches long. You won't never have to worry about any kind of problems as far as running out of ruler and bending that thing. Those things are kind of finicky, so try not to bend them or hit them or nothing like that. So he's going to order one of them. He's going to put that on himself, which, I mean, there's nothing to that. You just basically drill two pop rivet holes here on the side, and then attach this piece right here to this traveling plate that goes up and down. You just mount it over here, mount it to this somehow or another, and go to town with it. So that's all he'll have left to do. I think he is going to have to order 2 shock mounts, which I'm going to show him the ones like I got. I got the Hammond Motorsports ones because they're made for a 1/2-inch bolt to go right through them and thread into something. Plus you can get a full 3/4-inch wrench in there. They're good and bulky. They're steel, so they're not going to bend like these flimsy ones here will. Anyways, like I said, I'm sorry I haven't done any videoing lately. The cold weather has just absolutely killed the GoPro. I mean, it's 20 degrees outside right now, and in here it's like, I mean, it's like 50 in here, but it's still kind of cold over there by the door where the drafts and all that come in and everything. So trying to do the best we can. So anyways, we got that finished up. Plan to now that that's finished up, we should be pretty much done with that. I've had a couple people ask about spring smashers as well, and so far just had people talk, hadn't seen any money. So until that happens, we're gonna get started on our car now. As soon as we can get started on that, probably end of the week or first of next, well, I don't know. We was planning on going to cars this weekend, and the way the weather's looking, I just don't really know about getting up there and getting snowed in 6 hours away. And so right now we're still going, but we are going to watch the weather closely and make that decision, I guess, Thursday night or Friday morning. Friday's when we're supposed to go, so we're just kind of going to play that by ear for right now and go from there. So after all of that, then we'll probably get started on our car as far as stripping it down, getting everything checked out and going through everything and seeing what all we need to do. I appreciate everybody reaching out to us about somebody having a crate motor for sale, or showing us a deal, or they have one and they're trying to sell. I appreciate that. Right now we're just kind of holding off right now. Probably be a little bit further into the first of the year, middle of probably around February, March, redneck rich time, and probably try to find a motor then, unless some really sweet deal just falls into our lap or something between now and then. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Like we said before, we are going to get a 604 crate motor, go that route, and we'll see how it goes from there. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, head on over to Patreon. Appreciate all of our partners: Warp Speed Performance Parts, Apparel Co, WJI Enterprise, Fatdaddys Crew, BB Designs, Brinn Transmission, Penske Shocks, Gorsuch Performance, Stop Tech Brakes, and all of you guys over here on YouTube and Patreon. We appreciate it. All of our other social media accounts as well. We'll catch you back out in the shop either the end of this week or first of next week.